Welcome to AFL NT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 13 clash here at TIO Stadium on Larrakia Country. Today we have PINT taking on Southern Districts on the main deck here at TIO Stadium. My name is Paul Murray and I'm joined by fellow commentator Stu Davis. How excited are we to see this post-Christmas battle of two of the top three sides, Stu?
Yeah. G'day Paul, welcome back. It doesn't get any better than this, does it? The top of the table clash between PINT and Southern Districts. PINT have taken all before them this year. It's the first game back after Christmas. The top two sides, the winner of tonight's match will be on top of the table, and you would think carry with them premiership favouritism after this game.
Certainly is. This shapes as the match of the round, as you said, Stu. The last time these two teams met, the Green Ants went down to the Crocs, outfit by 21 points, but since they've gone on from strength to strength, and they cannot be underestimated. They've been fairly successful, PINT. They've sort of shown out. They've recruited quite well this year. There's a couple of big names missing tonight, though, with Rowan McDonald and Stevens. But this will show their depth as to how far that they can go. Their reserve grade team, Premier League reserve grade team, are also sitting up in that top two. So they've got some depth. Yeah, that's right. It's probably a test of their system with that depth as to whether they can play the same style and brand of football. That's to be seen. But it's a test for them. Of course, that loss to Southern Districts is their only loss for the season. The last game before Christmas, they had that draw with Nightcliff out at Nightcliff Oval. So their form can't be faulted, and they would take confidence going into any game this season with whoever suits up for them on the park. Let's not underestimate Southern Districts, though. The team from out at Fred's Pass, been a standout performer over the last couple of years, a premiership, a runner-up program, and I think probably a third as well in amongst that process. They've been there. They've once again recruited quite well, and they've been fairly stoic throughout the course of the year. A couple of shock losses, probably to Saints was one of them, and to Nightcliff, and then they're in the position that they are.
That's right. Lost those two games, but they're the only two losses. But they're pretty well stacked tonight. They've got a few out, but anyway, we're underway. Big Wyatt Ryan, who's dominated in the ruck throughout the season, gets it down, and Thomas with the quick hand pass, and now a kick forward sees Districts go into their forward half, picked up there by Greenwood. He gets tackled straight away, and umpire says that'll be a ball up. Umpire Hayden Black throws it up. Ryan and Greenwood do battle again into the hands of Matty Johnston, but he couldn't break through the tackler, and we'll have a repeat of that ball up. Great contest in the ruck so far. Two strong men as the ball just gets forced forward of the centre square. There's a free kick been found here, and it's going to go Southern Districts' way, and it'll be Brooking who'll take the free kick. He's called to play on now. Kicks inside 50 to the corridor, knocked away from behind, picked up by Will Rowlands, his first game for quite some time. Got the hand pass out wide, didn't quite hit the target as PINT scrambling in defence, try to get it out. A quick kick comes out, but it first there is going to be Matt Shannon, just couldn't control the ball, and PINT with quick hands get it out close to the boundary line. Shannon's in there again. He gets tackled to the ground, and umpire says illegally over the shoulder, so Shannon plays on quickly, chips inboard, and Croc's just happy to swing it around and then kick backwards about 40 metres. It gave Giddings some work to do, but he was good enough to take the mark at half back, and that's a wobbling kick. Trying to switch to Bowden close to the boundary line here, and that's a win for PINT, I think, Paul. They've made about 80 metres in distance up the ground without touching the ball.
They did quite well. It's just push the ball forward at all costs there. As we saw them move across half back, it was a 2-on-1 contest, but they managed to push the ball up, and Districts brought the ball back across the grandstand side of the ground where we see a throw-in.
Just some skill errors there. Put them under pressure. That boundary throw-in's fallen well short. Bit of push and shove between
the two Jeds.
The two Jeds, yeah, Griffin and Anderson. So still going on. Obviously, Griffin has a job to do on Jed Anderson as Ryan wins the hit out. Anderson nose over the ball as usual, got it out to Thomas. There's a whistle on the play here. It might be high contact on Jed Anderson as he burrowed out of the pack.
I just thought if you put your head down is that you took the... Anyway, Jacob Port, umpire of the year last year. Let's know what he's talking about. Is that Hayden Black on the mark?
Yep. So Anderson switches to the outer side of the ground where Giddings has made some space. He comes back inboard to Motlop. Stevie Motlop back in after a few weeks holiday. Chips across to Anderson, and Anderson out towards the wing. Just falls short of his target, Brooking. He couldn't pick it up on the half volley. Anderson comes racing in to get involved in the contact. Quick hands got it up to Brooking again, but again a mishandle, and Pint just tried to hack it forward. Narkle tidies up, gets the hand pass to Bowden. Bowden, a wobbling kick forward. Oh, Schwartz, good hands in. The ball came out at him like a rocket. Big Wyatt Ryan knocking it forward to half forward.
Great tackle.
Good tackle. He got held with the ball. Tidying up across half back was Ethan Smith. Had a really good season. Smith, that's a pretty strong tackle there from Jed Anderson, as we're used to seeing. Obviously the ball was touched off the boot, and it'll be a ball up in the centre square. Ryan with the hit out, but it's Pint at ground level as Bear gets the kick away forward of centre. Again, no mark taken, and it's pretty hot in the contest already. Another wrap-up tackle and another free kick for high contact going Southern District's way.
I think the conditions are maybe going to, as Narkle breaks away.
Yeah, the kick comes down to Rowlands, who takes that mark. Got Narkle running past again, inboard, kicks long, inside forward 50, the top of the goal square. It just goes over the head of Thomas. Oh, cleverly keeps it in play. Back to Schwartz. He gets tackled and the ball spills out, and it's going to win a free kick for being held. Yeah, a bit lucky, I think, Paul, but certainly the tackle was good, forced the ball out. Perhaps the judgment was that the tackle was held too long, but Bo Schwartz will tidy this one up, no problem at all, and he gets the first score on the board, and it's a goal to Southern Districts.
Well, two things about that is, number one, you don't want to give free kicks to Bo Schwartz, especially when he's so close to a goal, let alone 30 or 40 metres out. The other part about that is the way that the game's played at the moment is all in the hands of Districts. They like it tight, they like a contest, and then they will break out with their runners. They had about 12 or 13, as we see that tap over there from Thomas to Schwartz. There was half a second in that. He didn't really take possession, Schwartz, there, did he, by the looks of that?
Yeah, it's 50-50.
In that 50-metre arc, as the player on the recipient there is Alistair Fuller. Must have been tackled there without the ball, as the umpire's telling us. And he's probably going to kick from about 35 metres directly in front. Michael Long stand in. Michael Long learning excellence, centre red. Straight over the goal umpire's head. So pointer on the board first here. Oh, sorry, second here. Yeah. Level the scores.
Yeah, a good set shot goal, wasn't it? Had his approach, his routine worked out, and made no mistake straight through the middle. So a goal to each side, both resulting from free kicks within range. So
it was outside shot. So there was something going on behind play.
Yeah, it was just the replay didn't quite catch it, but a goal apiece it is as we go past 7 minutes in the first quarter, and Greenwood in the ruck doing pretty well against Ryan so far. Ryan wins this hit out. Narkle at ground level, just scoops it up, hacked off the ground by Johnson, picked up at half forward by Winder, who got the hand pass inboard, and now a long kick. Thomas at the back, it's punched away into the goal square, and desperately at ground level knocked through for a rush behind by Schwarzenberg, who was losing his footing as he was scrambling for the ball. He's got a bit of a limp up as well, so hopefully he's okay, but doesn't look too good as he just jogs off to the boundary line in the back pocket.
Quentin Narkle looking dangerous there off half back, took that ball. He must have probably ran 40 or 50 metres to get to that contest, and then virtually laced out onto Taron Thomas, who was unable to take the mark.
So Cam Wilson for Pint, kicks long. Off hands, it slips over the back. Another whistle, another high contact free kick going to Pint. It's going to Greenwood. He started the game pretty competitively. Elects to go long into the corridor. Southern Districts have got numbers there. It's punched away, but PINT first to it at ground level again. No clean take, and Districts able to come in and get something of a kick away. Went straight up and down virtually. There's again, there's plenty of numbers around the ball, and this time it's Wilson who stands up with the ball and gives it to umpire Jacob Port. Ryan in front just hacks it out into open space, hoping that his teammates can get there first. Anderson kicks off the ground and gives PINT the chance to come in, but the whistle is blown. Advantage is paid. Everyone was standing still, and the kick was good into the hands of Hayward, I think it is again. So big Jai Hayward making his presence felt at centre half forward, and he'll go back and have a shot for goal.
It was poor there by Districts. They just decided to soccer it off the ground rather than take possession of it, and they just turned the ball over. It was a lazy free kick.
Kick from Hayward looks good. It's being clapped through by his teammates on the line, and this is a good response from PINT after Districts scored that first goal. They've come back with the next two, and Jai Hayward, he's a big unit up there in the forward 50.
He's a big unit, big Redcliffs Footy Club up in the Mildura program. They're the Sunraysia, I think, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, so he's got himself on the board and has had a couple of involvements already, so one for Districts to be aware of.
They keep finding the big blokes, don't they? The PINT for the on-ball ruck division program, because he's a big lad, as is obviously they've had the Southport captain played a couple of games as well, and they've had some talent come through the program.
Yeah, and of course their main ruckman Connor McDonald not playing today, and he's a big out for them. But
Riley Main's another one that's
that's right.
Played a few games for him.
So Districts have taken it forward again. Quinton Narkle getting involved, and it was a good pass to Bidmaid on the lead. He just stuck out one hand and dragged it inside forward 50, so he'll go back for a set shot. It's a pretty good game of footy so far, Paul.
Well, with the conditions, watching the girls' game previously, which was the first half, there was like 4 or 5 points kicked. And then once the surface seems to be drying out a bit, which makes the ball a little bit easier to handle, that's not a bad kick, but it's
good, I think. Yeah, just held its line enough, and it's Bidmaid who gets himself on the scoreboard this time, so Districts get the answering goal. And not goal for goal, but it's 2 goals apiece as we go past 11 minutes in the first quarter.
Braden Crosley is the man that we were talking about earlier. They've been able to get the big ones, but the Districts were able to transform that ball. Narkle with a little chip kick over in Bidmaid, who's playing a bit more forward this year than last year, where he was predominantly key defender. He's managed to switch forward. He did it a couple of weeks ago too, I reckon, against Saints. And switch forward and has been able to get on the scoreboard.
So back in the middle of the ground, just hacked forward PINT's way, but coming off half back, kicked off the ground by Motlop. Dennis reaches over, hand passes forward. Narkle's going to be first to it. Toe pokes it forward out of the air. Thomas couldn't pick it up. It ricocheted off his boot. Good smother in there, but cleared away eventually by Sandry for PINT. Gets it long down, looking for Hayward again. He could fist it away this time as PINT at ground level get in there first. A quick kick forward by Boyer out into space. It's going close to the boundary line out there.
Ooh.
And
we wanted to
just taking some time now. The ball comes back into play. Matty Dennis here, but Motlop over the top just sits in behind, and the ball falls in his lap.
He's playing like a loose half back.
Yeah, he is. He's playing that role, which he did play a couple of years ago when he was playing for PINT, actually. But hand pass comes out to Schwartz. Schwartz from the boundary line tries to hook it back. Thomas comes in, but good defensive work from Smith again. Got a fist to it and concedes another behind. So Brad Ryan bringing the ball back into play again. Goes the outer side this time. It's out the back. That was pretty cleverly done.
Had to pick that up.
Jaden Bear kicks it off the ground and does again. He's made some ground, but he's not going to find a teammate there. Again, Southern Districts calling for deliberate, and this time they're getting it. So it's Districts wasting no time as Jordan Johnston finds Bowden. Bowden, another sloppy kick coming out of defence, but effective in the end. On the bounce, it's picked up and they bring it away grandstand side with Will Farrow's made some space. He drops a simple chest mark there, was looking to use the ball before he received it, and now he's under pressure and tackled close to the boundary line by Campion and over the line, and a boundary throw-in.
Geez, he had 2 goes of that, missed them both. Looks like it's dried out a fair amount here. We haven't had any rain probably since halfway during the Tiwi St Mary's game. You can see that where the water's been on the oval.
Yeah, that's right. Most of that from overnight, I think, but it's been a beautiful day here. But Narkle again receives the hand pass.
Oh, lovely.
Kicks beautifully into the pocket, and Thomas takes that mark about 2 metres in from the boundary line in the right forward pocket. But gee, Narkle's been busy, hasn't he? He's been the catalyst for all of their forward moves, basically.
Well, he's played like that loose half back all year, predominantly for pre-Christmas, just running off half back. Shannon Rusker's obviously, he's got him running some sort of midfield rotation here at the moment, which is gone inside out. Then Thomas couldn't get that right.
Wasn't far off though.
No.
Hit that near goal post.
Only the width of the post. So yeah, he's been in everything so far, Narkle, but it's his disposal, Stewie, that he must be running at 95, 98% because he doesn't miss too many.
Yeah, exactly right. And always finds space, doesn't he? But Pint bringing it out of defence through the hands to short, chips out wide to Bear. He gives on the outside, but that kick is smothered, and Pint under pressure again as the tackle comes in from Stanley. But Pint had time to get it out. Boyer kicks long, close to the boundary line and goes over, and Stevie Motlop definitely playing in the back half in this first quarter. Will take the free kick.
He's Pint are loving that Wanderers side boundary line, aren't they?
Motlop long, down the wing again. Just off hands, it goes over the boundary line in front of the old TIO scoreboard, and it'll be a boundary throw in.
Pint's game last pre-Christmas against Nightcliff, where they ran the ball continuously, had the ball rolling at every possible situation, whereas they just moved it with pace and speed continuously. Very similar to what Nightcliff wanted to play on Nightcliff's ground. This is totally different here now. The ground's a little bit wider, the conditions are a lot different. They seem to be struggling a little bit with trying to play that type of game, but they're pushing the ball forward. But District's defence, as we see here again, is they're switching the play from one side of the ground to the other. Been very strong. Free kick there. Yeah,
that was pretty obviously no eyes on the ball and made body contact, but Districts have worked that away pretty well as Giddings kicks down towards half forward. Big Matty Dennis gets a hand to it, couldn't take the mark. Ball in dispute on the ground. A clever hand pass on the outside. Rowlands kicks to the hot spot at the top of the goal square. Ryan tries to take the mark over the back, couldn't do so against Thomas. Now quick hand pass forward. Thomas first to it, picks up, tries to break a tackle, gets swung around, got the hand pass out wide. Ball still in play. Thomas picks up again, gets a hand pass to a player out wide, and the kick from Matt Shannon under pressure just misses to the left-hand side for a behind.
They're very good defensively then, Point, where they every time Thomas picked the ball up, they had him. Instead of 360 swing there at one stage. So he didn't give up on the ball, but Point weren't giving up on him either.
No, that's right. He had a couple of touches, clean hands each time, and gave himself every chance. But as you said, Point defence just closed in on him as they come in grandstand side this time. Oh, and again, spilt chest mark there and puts him under pressure, but good enough to recover and get a kick around to the wing. Oh, strong tackle by Stanley again, but the ball spills to the advantage of Pint, and Campion eventually makes space for himself to kick out wide, but losing the footing and tidied up by Matty Johnston, and a beautiful pass to Schwartz out on the lead again.
Yeah, that was dangerous. It was. I think he got his ambitions and his capabilities mixed up a little bit there, Campion Stewie, because he broke out of that pack, and the only thing he saw was his teammate, and it was a one-on-one contest. The unfortunate thing is, and I think might have been Beer that went down, is that he lost his footing, and you don't want to be doing that.
Not against a player like Matty Johnston, who Yeah, he's been in terrific form.
He lives on that stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And Schwartz, once again, he's having his third shot from goal now from inside 50, so he's the danger man. And they've got, there's Shannon talking about Shannon Otlop trying to run past him to get an easy give and go.
He's the king of that, Stevie.
Well, I think that 200 odd AFL games might give you the right to do that.
Yep. Again, gets this high. Got better contact, I think, but again, he's hooked it left. And another behind. So Districts, after their first couple of goals, have been peppering, but just points have followed.
Plenty of movement here. They're not really sure which way to go. Grandstand side.
Ryan brings it in high. White Ryan there is a bit of a wrestle for the ball, and it was one against the other. Ryan wins the free kick. It was probably a bit each way, but he kicks long. Inside 50 again. Thomas is there. Again, there's a whistle on the play, and a Southern Districts free kick. It's going to Matt Dennis. And
it's the Twin Towers they're struggling with, although this is probably the only influence that Dennis has had so far would be this kick.
So you can see we should have an angle just about directly behind him on the camera here. It's kicking from about 30 metres out. Kick looks good.
Nice.
It is straight through the middle. He was confident all the way. So they break that string of behinds and get another goal on the board for themselves and stretch that lead out to a couple of goals.
Well, PINT using the tactics of, especially gave 2 free kicks away, one to Matty Dennis and one to Wyatt Ryan after the big kick out that they had out of full back, is that they went to the Twin Towers of Southern Districts and they put it virtually on top of Wyatt Ryan's head, got the free kick, and he puts it on the top of Matty Dennis's head and he gets the free kick at the same time. So how the processes are working there about what they're trying to do and where they're getting it, they probably would have been going out to the far side of the ground again and keeping it away from that program. So that might be a lesson or an instruction from the coaching program at quarter time, is that we're doing it hard enough out there with the height of Districts, let alone kicking it straight to them.
Yeah, that's right. So Ryan works his way to the front, wins the hit out, and quick clearance by Bidmade again. He's spending some time in the middle of the ground as well. There's a wrestle for it. Force forward by Barry, comes out again to Narkle. He chips it in. Again, a brilliantly weighted and directed kick from Quentin Narkle, and he's on fire in this opening quarter. And big Matty Dennis, all he had to do was fall on that one and wrap it up in his arms.
Just like he's just got the sand wedge out there, hasn't he? And he's just given that a little chip out of the bunker and it's hit the pole. And the pole being big Matty Dennis, so the flag. So that's sensational. As we spoke about before, his accuracy rate is massive. He doesn't miss too many. Matty Dennis has missed that one.
Yeah, his accuracy rate just took a hit then.
50%. Gone from 100 to 50%.
That's right. It was probably an easier kick than his previous one.
Yeah, it was a little bit lazy on that one. Mind you, we did the same one before, but you could even hear it when he kicked it, the thud of the boot hitting the ball.
Yeah.
The goal that he kicked was fantastic. That one, maybe he's kicked the air out of it.
Yeah, so PINT had a lead early, got a couple of goals in a row, but since then, really, Southern Districts have had the ball camped in their forward half. They've had plenty of shots at goal, but missed plenty of them as well. Managed to get one in the end, and they go into quarter time with a 13-point lead, Paul, and looking strong as we expected.
Yeah, look, it's been a little bit of everything. There's been a lot of forward thrust by PINT early and a lot of massive defence from Districts, and it's sort of settled there for a while as the ground has dried out, and its ball handling is getting a little bit easier. But to have that 3 goals, 7 for Districts kicking towards the airport end, which is always a scoring end here at TIO Stadium, up against just the 2 straight for PINT. You are watching AFL NT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL season live here on NT News and Community TV. Round 13, top of the table, Southern Districts versus PINT. We'll be back for the second quarter after this break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 round 13 clash here at TIO Stadium. Second quarter about to begin. Southern Districts 3-7-25 to point 2 straight 12. A 13-point deficit. Stu Davis, how do we see that?
Yeah, Southern Districts just showed their strength in the second half of that first quarter and gave themselves plenty of opportunities. Didn't take them all, but as we said, it's the top of the table clash. The winner will be outright on top of the ladder after today. As we're underway, and running onto it there was Barry. Just got bundled over as he tried to kick forward. The ball spills out. Johnston gets a hand pass forward, but straight to his opponent Doyle, who swings around, kicks high. Wyatt Ryan going back and courageously parks himself under that one and takes the mark overhead. Gives the hand pass off to Motlop around the back. Motlop chips out wide. That's not a well-directed kick, but the mark's spilled, unfortunately, for PINT by Murphy Short. Recover and kicks half smothered forward. Wyatt Ryan in there again, picks up, does the groundwork this time, gets a kick forward. It's bouncing around. Anderson comes through, scoops it in, kicks inside forward 50. That's a well-directed kick, and that's a terrific mark under pressure by Winder out in front, and he'll go back for the set shot. But gee, that was good by Anderson. Scooped it up and delivered beautifully.
I've got to say that PINT's enthusiasm to start the second quarter is nothing. They had nothing there. The 2 or 3 times they fumbled the ball, they handballed it to the opposition. They weren't clean on trying to pick it up. They dropped the mark, and we've got Districts having a shot for goal, and we've been going about a minute in, and this is not what PINT want to see.
So Winder looks a bit left side. It is. So again, an opportunity goes missing for Southern Districts, and PINT let off the hook and will look to build something from their defensive goal square with this kick in.
The PINT's quarter time huddle broke up very, very quickly. So whatever Mark Wiley had to say, it was short and sharp. It hasn't really had a great deal of effect because they've hardly touched the footy in the first minute and a half.
Sandry on the outer side goes long around the wing. Big leap from behind by Motlop, but comes out back to Motlop. His kick smothered, and Narkle was involved again, but again good pressure around the footy from PINT. Didn't let Motlop get any clean space to deliver that footy.
They want to push it wide, Districts here, I reckon. Is that the PINT were trying to play that boundary game before, sort of where the Districts want to bring the ball back inside from where it's at. PINT have got massive numbers over there. They want to try and keep it over there. I think they want to try and make the ground smaller.
Shannon wrapped up by a couple pretty quickly. As, the big fella Greenwood had the ball and then didn't really know what to do with it. It slipped out of his hands. Anderson kicks off the ground again, but chopped off, and now PINT the chance again as the hand pass comes forward. Anderson hacks out of the air again, kicking it forward. Just happy to blast it forward and see who can get on the end of it. So Bousted just loses his footing there, and ball gets trapped in underneath with Sam Bates coming in, applying the tackle, and it'll be a ball up in the middle of the ground. Ryan just owns that front position, gets it out. Anderson picks up and hand passes in one motion, but wins himself a free kick for high contact. Gives the hand pass to Narkle on the outside. He chips forward, or coming across. There's another whistle on the play. It's a PINT free kick. He took the mark anyway. To Doyle. Goes the short option towards the boundary line on the grandstand side, and finds Barry. Guy Barry now wheels around, kicks long on the left to half forward, punched away out into the corridor where Shannon's first there, but was under pressure, couldn't pick the ball up. Motlop and Shannon over the top, making sure that it doesn't come out, and Sam Bates at the bottom of the pack again. It's another ball up. Ryan wins this here out straight down to Johnston. Kicks it high into the middle of the ground. Oh, that's a terrific mark by Rowlands. And plays on now, wheels around. Kicks looking for Dylan Barry. Just a PINT hand in front prevented him from taking the mark. Barry in there trying to get out of that
drop kick
backwards. Got a kick forward, but tied it up again, and PINT bring it away out of the immediate danger area, but it's going to come straight back as Shannon leaps a long hand pass over the top, looking for Bidmaid. The bounce didn't favour him initially, but he had time to recover and delivered beautifully inside 50 to Winder again. Narkle trying to make some space in the corridor inside 50, but Winder decided against that and will go back perhaps for another set shot.
Bidmaid was out there by himself, wasn't he? It was just like he was standing dormant, waiting for something to happen, and out it popped. So kind of got to be a little bit better in regards to that.
Isaiah Winder with the set shot. Looks pretty good. Goal umpire hasn't made much ground at all. That's a better set shot.
That sort of a celebration as that one, Stu. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Well, they just forced the ball forward continuously. We saw Jed Anderson kicking the ball either out of a contest or off the ground to move the ball forward as quickly as they possibly can, and then they created a stoppage. They sat some loose out because Pint were just virtually getting the ball and dump kicking it back again, and just kicking it back in the hands of their opposition. And there's a ball, loose ball comes out to Bidmaid, and he just picks it up. And Winder probably had 6 or 8 steps on Peters then, so a little bit defensively lacking their point. They need to tighten up on that.
Yeah, that's right. This scoreboard's starting to look a bit ugly for Pint now after they were right in the contest with their first couple of goals.
Well, I'm not really sure where their goals are going to come from, Stewie, to be honest. I mean, every time they've gone forward, they haven't really had an option. Jack Truman's hardly touched the footy. They don't have Rowe, who is the renowned goal kicker, as options down there. So Truman obviously becomes one of their key forwards who now picks up their best defender.
Yeah, that's right.
So without the goal kickers down there, it's going to make it very hard for the second and third tier players to be able to get in amongst them.
Dylan Barry got bundled off the ball as he tried to kick it forward towards goal. Farah out there with Peters. It's going to be a ball up, I think, just inside the boundary line. Rucks was setting up for a boundary throw in, but they come in now. Ryan with the left hand tries to hook it to the advantage of Schwartz, but the boundary line was too near, so it will be a boundary throw in.
It's a free kick.
Free kick. So I suppose the hit out went over the boundary line on the full, so yeah.
Everybody knew that was going to happen, but Wyatt Ryan.
So Murphy Short will take the free kick. And coming grandstand side. A couple of flyers at the ball, and coming down with it was Boyer for Pint. Good mark in the end. He chips inboard and finds Barry. Barry looking to switch to the outer side of the ground. The kick's good, but the mark spilled again, just taking eyes off the ball. It's happened a few times tonight as District's Pint now pounce on it now. Rollins goes backwards, and that's a strong mark from Matthew Johnston.
We've got numbers all over the place here. Districts of Wyatt Ryan by himself. There, Narkle trailing around the back.
Oh, the Pint players didn't talk there. As it was an easy mark for the taking, but one player coming forward, one going back, and a hand to it.
The other one not sure.
Yeah, that's right. So lack of communication out there.
It's a 3-on-1 as well. It wasn't a very good placement kick there from Districts to start with, wasn't he? He had so many options.
Greenwood and Ryan. Ryan happy to take the body contact and then win the hit out, but Pint bring it away.
Is that a hat kick against you?
Yeah. It was a blocking free kick, and it's going to go Pint's way, so here's a chance for Spiteri, who we haven't mentioned all night. He's another of their goal kicking options, but he's playing way up the field. But again, ball handling error, and Pint now get it to inside forward 50. This will be a Pint free kick going the way of Jet Price at half forward. Just pushed out of the contest by Bousted. He goes short. It's not going to be the required distance. And Wilson does well to recover and get a kick forward. But, yeah, again, there's contact there without eyes on the ball, and it'll be Districts to tidy up from the back, and they've got players in space as Bowden brings it around the wing and finds Sage. Sage, oh, close to the boundary line. It's too far out in front of Wyatt Ryan. You could see the look on his face when he saw the kick.
Yeah.
Said, I'm not going to get to that
Said,
one.
No, I can't make that, let alone bend down that far to pick it up. Just looking at that forward entry, they gave away 2 free kicks for holding, and the ball's going into their forward area zone. Why are they holding? Why are they playing behind? Why aren't they being more proactive? So once again, they're not moving. The ball's going in, and it's hitting a Districts jumper continuously, and the Districts are clearing it out. So struggling to do it this time, but the defensive pressure that they're putting on. We can see them set up down there now. It looks like they've got an extra down there anyway. They've all pushed to position now, but they've got massive numbers down the back there. And Stephen Motlop's the one who's the last bloke who tries to kick it off the ground.
Yeah, he's taking some lessons from Jed Anderson there. As Will Farrer comes out, takes the ball, he gets tackled over the boundary line, and a boundary throw in again. But yeah, they just look clueless going inside.
Yeah, they do,
50,
don't they? They're massively New Year's hungover, I reckon. Mind you, you take the 3 best players out of the team.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, you're looking at a goal kicker, probably the best ruckman in the competition so far in the top team, and the ball magnet. So you're inside mid. So, I mean, you've got to find replacements for those. They don't grow on trees.
So Will Red coming off halfback, Murphy short. He's got
2 blokes out there. He doesn't want to kick it to him.
Look at all the white jumpers parked back inside the defensive 50.
Off, Stewie, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, it had to get in quickly somehow, but there weren't the options there as, that ball's spilt in the tackle. Here's a chance. Oh, that's probably not the best option. Had an easy one out the back, and that'll be a high tackle
then you
again.
Go doing that. I want my $12 back.
He's but the free kick's going to PINT here for holding the ball, I think. So, yeah.
Ducked his head.
It seemed that way. Yep. So Greenwood it is that will take the free kick and against Brandon Rusker. So Greenwood will be kicking from just inside the 50-metre line. A couple of half-hearted tackles. It's going to lob in the goal square. Punched away. Mark could have been attempted, but now it spills. Here's a chance at ground level, but almost an air shot from Wilson. And it's deliberate out of bounds being paid here, so it'll be another PINT free kick.
Well, it was 1 on 4, and all we saw was the 4 PINT blokes all try to put a whistle in their mouth.
So it's Hayward right against the fence out there.
Another Stevie J.
It'd be good from there, wouldn't it? As tries to swing it around. It's going across the face. Ryan gets his hands to it, but couldn't take the mark, and it spills over the boundary line for a throw-in in the opposite forward pocket.
Now, if that was Districts having that shot, there would have been a pass inside 50. You know, I bet last night's dinner on that, because they would be doing it. They would be looking for options. The scoreboard pressure at the moment is killing PINT.
Yep. So, again, just no room to move down there. The ball's wrapped up, and Jed Griffin hands it back for another ball up. Free kick again. It's a PINT free kick.
PINT this time in the forward line. Ruck contests.
Yeah, it's a
he's not overly happy.
No, he was in had the front position, didn't
well,
he?
Ryan's probably that tall that he put his hand on his shoulder just to stabilise himself.
Greenwood again.
Let's see where this one goes. Left footer again. That's
that
better.
One looks better. He's in closer, of course. So a really important goal for PINT. Greenwood does it. He's been battling hard for the whole game. Gets some reward there in the forward half and gets a goal on the board. And they'd be hoping that that can kickstart something for them in this second quarter.
Well, I reckon they've tried kick-starting it, they've tried jump-starting it, they've tried pull-starting it, and all of a sudden, it's there. They got the jumper leads out, I think, Stewie, but they're on the board. But they've had to work pretty hard for that, massively hard to get a result. It's taken them 14 and a half minutes to get it.
Yeah, that's right. But on the flip side, Districts have only scored 1 goal for the quarter as well. So the damage hasn't been great in this quarter, and they've had it inside their forward 50 a few times now, so giving themselves some chances. But yeah, they need to be better organised inside that forward 50 to take advantage of those chances.
Well, the thing was is that the ruckman had to go and fox a free kick out of that for them to be able to score. So they need some work done by their forwards.
So Winder with the clearance for Districts. Schwartz at ground level, looks one way, ducks back the other, kicks on the left into the hot spot at the top of the goal square, and Narkle's there, read it coming over his shoulder beautifully. And yeah, just as you were saying before, Paul, just unselfish play.
Yep.
Kick it to the dangerous area and know that you've got teammates that'll be there having a crack for you.
Yeah, it's not under 15s footy where you want to get your name in the paper for kicking the goal. I mean, that was a fairly deliberate shot from goal from point earlier, which went straight across the face of goal. As Narkle puts it straight through, as I said, his completion rates, accuracy rates are massive. They'll be in the high 90s consistently. I think I saw him make one mistake in the warm up. But he's the X factor, and he has been ever since his arrival for Districts, because he's so calm and collected. Even there, he just gets a hand on his opponent in sundry, just to know where he's at, and he just positions himself in a position where he can take a chest bar 20 metres out of goals to. I mean, you know, you're normally taking that when you're standing there by yourself. He's got 3 or 4 blokes around him and 1 bloke in his back pocket. So
I've got to say that PINT defenders didn't look particularly desperate to get to the ball either, did they?
Well, who are you going to take? You're wandering into the back line, you've got Quentin Nargle and 4 other blokes. I know which one I'm not going to.
So PINT have got it forward from that centre bounce. Picked up in traffic there by Barry. Got a quick kick forward. Districts under pressure now as the tackle's laid. And yes, the free kick's going to be paid for dragging it in.
At least they've been consistent with that most of the night. These guys is that they have been. It's always a bit of a hot potato here in NT footy, and if you lay over the top of it or you drag it in, you're going to get done.
It's Noah Spiteri who hit the NTFL with a bang. I think he kicked 7 goals in his first game for PINT, and knew what he was doing that time around the corner, and they get an answering goal again. So Noah Spiteri gets his first for this game, and it's 2 goals apiece in the second quarter.
He did put the moz on him before when he got his first kick. But I tell you what, if you're going to wear iridescent orange, pink, red boots like those, you got to walk the walk, don't you? You got to talk the talk at the same time. So
you want the footy hitting them a bit, don't you?
Yeah.
But no, that's good. So he's gone back, starting from the goal square in this centre bounce. He's done a bit of work up the ground, but good goal. It's hasn't been a shortage of free kicks paid tonight.
No. Well, it's the conditions, mind you. District's player just sort of jumped on the ball and then just lay on it and took the tackle. He just threw his arms out as if to say, I don't have it.
There's another one here in the centre of the ground, this time going District's way to Matty Johnston.
Would have been hard for Jed Griffin to get rid of it. What's the name? Johnson's had a headlock on him with his legs.
Straight down the middle, picked up beautifully by Narkle, gave the hand pass, and another one comes to Dennis.
Thomas was got poleaxed. Shouldn't laugh at that, but he's down.
Yes, that was after a quick hand pass out.
Yeah.
But the result of all that is it's in the hands of Will Rowlands.
He's not in a good way. He might be a couple of ribs maybe there, I would say. He was left a little bit open. Might be one for the MRP during the week.
Sure to be looked at. Rowlands with the free kick. I said he's missed quite a bit of football. Hasn't played since about round 3, I think. So it's good that he's back, and He's obviously been practicing some goal kicking while he's been out, because that one is straight through the middle from about 40 metres out. And now there's a bit of push and shove in the middle of the ground. Jed Anderson's got a destroyed footy Guernsey.
Been doing a bit of work during the summertime. Get the tan going. Anderson sort of went in to get that back on the replays to see that after disposal hit, but he's still curled up.
Thomas, yeah.
Matty Dennis is in there too. He's 6'19" of him.
So Jed Anderson's made his way off the ground. He's not happy. He throws his torn jumper, and we'll see him in a different jumper when he comes back.
See who else is. He's not in a very good way at all. They're looking at the knee. Wouldn't necessarily be the ribs. It may well be the knee there, Stewie. The way that the trainer's just supporting the leg there. Got a break in play.
Yeah, just manoeuvring that right leg a little bit to.
Yeah. So 6:8:44 plays 4 straight 24, and we're about the 21-minute mark of the second quarter. So whether we see any more play or not, they're trying to get him up. No stretcher required. He's on one leg.
It's definitely a right leg issue, and will be helped from the ground. He'll be wheeled around, of course, because he's facing the wrong way. Doesn't look good at all, does it?
No, he can't put any weight on it. So,
no.
So there'll be one rotation down now, obviously. Districts. Who's in the key 40? He was starting to get a bit of touch too, Thomas. He was getting his hands to the ball. Took a couple of marks. He's tried to kick a banana goal there, which was only missed by the width of the post. A bit of a flick inside there to Schwartz early on, which resulted in a free kick. So he's got the footy smarts. He's been around a long time. He's played a lot of AFL and high-grade footy. So he knows what he's doing. It's taken a while for him to get back into the process. But he's up here now, and he's obviously found a home at Districts and got himself playing some footy in a good team. But this is probably going to be a bit of a setback for Districts with their forward structure that they've got here at the moment, because that looks like it's not going to be a week or two. That could be season ending.
Yeah, the indications here aren't good, but wish him all the best, of course, but still slowly making their way to the boundary line with him. So far in this quarter, it's been goal for goal, with Southern Districts adding 3 and PINT adding 2. We're into time on, of course, and of course Districts held that 13-point lead at quarter time. So they've just stretched that out to 20 as the last 5 metres. Thomas gets carried from the ground. And we're back underway. Matty Dennis in the middle gets up high, wins a hit out bid made at ground level, just couldn't control the ball. It spills into the hands of Barry, who kicks long inside forward 50. That's a better forward entry. I don't know if it was by design, but the kick found the target inside forward 50.
Well, I'd like to know how the ball went from behind his back to in front of him. Some sort of tackle there. Jack Truan, his first inside 50, his first touch for the game here.
Yeah, one you were calling for to get involved, and it's got a mark and a really important kick again for PINT here.
Well, it was pretty easy. All he had to do was get in front.
Kick looks good. He's hit it solidly and straight through the middle. But he is a goal kicker.
Well, he is, and that's why that they went hunting him. Had the last season of Wanderers and started off quite well, and ended the season probably not the way that he would have liked, but goes back to Kingupton and plays a bit of country footy, and then PINT makes the phone call, and obviously whatever they threw at him was more than what Wanderers could throw at him, and saw him virtually cross the road, Stewie. So
yeah, that's right. And of course, with the player point system, he's on the top of the tree with 4 points for transferring from one NTFL club to another. So obviously a player that they saw plenty of value in that could fit into their system.
Well, that's exactly right, because as we've seen a number of players swap clubs, like Stephen Motlop, so Shannon Motlop, we were talking a fair while ago now, swap over as 4-point players, and there's been a couple of others that have shifted from club to club. Is that, especially with the points program the way that it is now, is that it's got to be taking the punt on something. It's got to be well and truly worth it.
So Districts have worked this ball down to almost a half forward, but a boundary throw in, and Pint 4 straight goals, Districts 6 goals 8. Pint just be looking to clog this up, you would think, and prevent any score, but Johnson's got different ideas to that. As he gets the ball inside 50, it's tidied up, a hack kick by Murphy short, out of defence. Ryan's up high, couldn't get hands to the ball at ground level. It's Districts who use it out wide. Sage just had a little bit of a fumble, and that was enough to see the ball go over the boundary line for another boundary throw-in.
You've been watching the clock. I think you don't think you saw there was much time left, and he wasn't really prepared to take possession there, was he?
Yeah, of course we did have that delay with Thomas leaving the field, so a bit of extra time will be added on. Ryan wins a hit out beautifully out to Sage again, who again just didn't take the ball cleanly, but got tackled without it. And you see Thomas going around the boundary line there as the kick comes in. It's high and punched away from behind. Pint just trying to thump it forward, pick it up at ground level, and again, it's just a kick in hope out of defence by Murphy short under pressure, but this time Districts well set up behind the play, and Matt Shannon takes the mark or free kick, whichever you prefer, and the player on the mark is right on the 50-metre line, perhaps a foot in front of it, but Shannon's gone back pretty confidently here.
Well, we spoke about their hat kicks out of defence before, Stewie, and that's exactly what they've done again. But mind you, the majority of the play they've had this quarter, they haven't had to defend a great deal. And when they do, is that they... Oh, it's a free kick.
Yeah, unrealistic is the call. Will Farrer.
I played footy with a guy many years ago who tried to do that. The umpire said the same thing, and the guy said to him, "You haven't seen me play, mate, have you?"
Well,
said,
you could,
that's not unrealistic. I do that every week.
You could say that about Will Farrer over a long period
Probably
of time.
Could, yeah.
Mark taken by Campion here at halfback, indicating that he wants to kick long down the line around the grandstand wing. He does just that. Districts lined up behind the ball as it spills to ground level. Trying to get the hand pass out was Hayward, but
great tackle.
Districts picked up by Bowstead. His kick goes higher than it goes long. Lyons a call again as
a bit unlucky there.
Free kick's been found going District's way. It'd be too far out to score. Schwartz has a kick anyway. It's going nowhere near, and just seeing Jed Anderson back on the ground wearing jumper number 11 now, so I'm sure that's what he'll have for the rest of the game. So a couple of heated moments in that quarter, but in the end kind of hung on pretty well from what looked like a dangerous position early in the quarter, and managed to come out with 3 goals apiece.
Yeah, 5 straight 30. So that their opportunities that they're getting, they're taking. They're not mixing them up, you know, or missing them, so to speak. 6-8-44. They've had a lot of footy Districts, but you know, I think they'd be dirty on the fact is that they're only got a 14-point lead, and they probably should be a little bit more in front. Although Pint did control a lot of that quarter, but apart from probably the first 4 or 5 minutes. Districts, Narkle, Rowlands, Schwartz, Matty Dennis, Bidmaid and Winder. So haven't really, the 6 single goal scorers, so they haven't really been able to find that goal scoring option. Stephen Motlop has gone into a defensive role, so they don't have that. The Farrer boys aren't there kicking goals for them, or they haven't got the Bo Schwartz. He's usually good for a couple. They're sort of struggling in there in relation to being able to get it to one of their key forwards who can, kick multiple goals. And then we go down the point program, they're exactly the same. Jack Truant, Spiteri, Greenwood, Fuller and Haywood have got one each. So it's a little bit the same on the point program. Is you take the three best players out of their team, as we spoke about earlier, that they don't really have a key option to go to. So both teams at the moment, I mean, if I'm Pint, I'm going, well, we're pretty lucky.
Yeah.
If I'm Districts, I'm thinking we probably should be further in front.
Yeah, I think Mark Wiley's probably a bit happier at half-time than he would have been at quarter-time.
Yeah.
And they're in the contest. It's a 14-point margin at half-time. It is the top of the table clash, the top two teams. They're looking for outright first place after this week. So they're still in the hunt, and we've got a game on our hands.
You're watching AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO NTFL season live here on NT News and Community TV. We'll be back with the second half shortly.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top end footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're in the front!
This is our game, our way. Top end footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome to AFL NT's coverage of the 2025-26 TIO NTFL Men's Premier League Round 13 clash here at TIO Stadium on Larrakia country for the second half of PINT taking on Southern Districts for the battle of top position. Stu Davis is here with me. My name is Paul Maher tonight for the second half. Stewie, it's a 14-point buffer. How do we see the first half? How do we see the second quarter? And how do we see the game finishing?
Yeah, good questions. It was goal for goal in the second quarter, which PINT would be reasonably happy with. Of course, they've been kept in the game with accurate goal kicking, I suppose. 5 straight to 6 goals, 8. I guess you've always had the feeling that Southern Districts have looked the stronger side over the night, but haven't been able to apply that really effectively on the scoreboard. But we talked about players missing. Both teams have got players missing, but as you said during the call, some of those engine room players for PINT are making a big difference. But they're having a go. They're still in the contest, 14 points down, and have given themselves a chance at half time.
Well, I think that they just need their control in the footy hasn't been all that bad. The dump kicking out of their defensive line is giving away possession, and you give away possession is that you give away scoring opportunities. They've been good. The 5 goals that they've kicked have been they've hard work. They've taken a couple of marks. They've got a free kick, so they've had to work pretty hard for it to be still in it. Yeah. It's 3 straight kicks for them. We'll see how they go.
White Ryan wins himself another hit out. There's a free kick going the way of Jed Anderson. He shovels it out to Narkle straight away, who's off and running, kicks deep inside 50. Dennis, ball just spilled out of his hands. It was another perfect kick from Narkle, but PINT now scrambling in defence. Oh, that's not the best effort with a hand pass. It comes out to Will Farrer in some space, and he kicks pretty easily from about 20 metres out. But a couple of PINT defenders would like to have another go at their efforts there with the ball in hand. I'm
not really sure what he was trying to do, if he thought he was going the other way or he thought that he had some assistance behind him in what they were trying to do then. But Matty Dennis dropped a clanger there for the ball that just went straight down. As we see, the ball's is picked up there by Doyle, and it was like he was looking backwards for some assistance, but he handballed it straight to Dennis, who turned around and handballed it straight back to Farrer, who's kicked the goal. So, I mean, Matty Dennis has got a second life there, but how he was let loose from a clearance like that to start with, PINT need to get their defensive structure set up.
So Pendergast with the clearance for PINT this time. They get it down to half forward, but Narkle's involved again, gets the hand pass out, and they go out wider. Matty Shannon takes the mark just forward of the wing on the outer side. Plays on now, drills the ball inside forward 50. Dennis at the back on the bounce, couldn't control it, and it's hacked out of defence again by PINT, or the bounce favours them this time initially. Good strong contest at the ball as it spills out, and cleverly done by Motlop off the ground to Giddings, but Giddings' kick wasn't the best, and now there's a free kick here. It's going to be a Southern Districts kick. Free kick, bodies flying everywhere in there. As Taj Stanley will take the free kick on the outer side. Goes the short option to Narkle. Narkle happy to slow things up on this occasion. He goes back to Stanley inboard. Just the required distance.
I love the black boots, Stewie. Hey?
It's the way they all should be.
Exactly right. We didn't have an option, did we?
No. You were leery if you had white stripes or something on them.
Yeah. The old Valencians had the green bottom.
Dylan Barry just paddles it forward to the, looking to advantage his teammates. Coming out was Ethan Smith. He gets tackled to the ground with the footy. That'll be a ball up again. So Dylan Barry, one of those players. He's had a good season, but hasn't done a lot tonight.
He's got plenty of mates out there, though.
Ryan, another hit out into space. Kicked off the ground. Will Farrer's going to be first there, or went without the footy. And picked up by Greenwood. He had an air shot. And now
opportunity
kick to goal. Just misses to the right-hand side. I didn't even see who kicked that.
I think that was Farrer.
Okay.
The Cosmos had the orange bottom and the Valencias had the green bottom. I think was the way that it was. Was that it?
You're the fashionista, Paul. I never was.
Well, Adidas only made 2 beats back then. I think.
So Ryan runs away out of the defensive goal square, has a bounce and then drives long. He's got plenty of distance. It's out to the centre of the ground, but it's going to be a Southern Districts free kick again. He's picking himself up is Connor Giddings.
I'm not sure that Point playing the way that they are. They seem to be giving away free kicks. They're too easily. Speaking of easy.
Yeah, off hands, the ball spills to Winder, who kicks another goal, and this isn't the start that Pint would have wanted. A couple of goals to Southern Districts early in this third quarter, and that margin blows out to 27 points.
Well, they all went up and he stayed down, as we'll see here in the replay. Long driving kick. As you see, there was 3 Pint guys. One went up and dropped the ball, and being the good small forward that he is, that was Booking was the one that stayed on the bottom there, and was it Booking or was it Winder? Winder was the player that virtually stood his ground and waited for the ball to come out, and he just picked it up and kicked it around the corner.
But it's a mark that should have been taken, and if it's not taken, you lose it forward, not backwards, don't you? Yeah. So Ryan with the hit out again, but not to advantage. And from the wrestle in the middle, we'll have another ball up right in the middle of the ground. Districts with the clearance, out into space. Running onto it is Ruskar. Gets a chip kick forward. It's got plenty of height, and that gives the Pint defender Smith plenty of time to come in and get a fist to it and punch it over the boundary line.
A little bit of feeling going on out there. I think that maybe Will Farris Shepherd might have had a high elbow. The Point crowd voicing their disapproval.
So
just waiting for it. Are we waiting?
I think the ball's got punched over the fence, so waiting for it to come back.
A couple of boys doing some dancing out there with each other.
Yep, we're back now.
Right.
We've got windows fogging up a bit up here, so a bit hard to see in some places. Anyway, we're back underway now. Dennis wins the hit out. It's thumped forward again out of defensive 50. Well, cleverly done by Bidmaid, but his hand pass is a bit too slick for his teammate. Wheeling around was Campion, kicks down the middle, slips out of the hands again. Picked up at ground level by Fuller, gets a quick kick forward, but well read by Bowden at half-back. He just trots off now and switches out wide where he's got a player in space in Johnston, gives to Motlop running through. He chips forward to Shannon. Shannon about 60 metres from goal, looks for his options, kick deep into the pocket. Schwartz is out there, but the ball was just a bit too far out in front for him and bounces over the boundary line for a throw-in.
It's pretty clean then. Point really struggled to bring that back out again. All they did was kick it straight to Districts. Were able to turn that back around, switch the ball from one side of the ground to the other.
It's been the story of the night, really, hasn't it?
Yeah. Just don't want to see this blow out on Point's behalf. Just shows their depth has always been there. The reserve grade team is in the top 2, and they've lost a couple of players here, and there's just no real match at the moment.
So, working hard in defence, try to hack it out again. It spills to Narkle. He chips it forward. Good defensive work by Pendergast, getting a fist to that and getting it through for a rush behind and give them a chance to reset.
They need to move the ball a lot faster here. There's no real options for them. Like wherever they go, they've got somebody tagging them. They don't have anybody set up. And once again, they're going to go to they've just got the too short. But they've got Ryan's down the wing here, and they've just kicked it straight down his throat.
Got plenty of jumpers at it. Sage at ground level. That's a clever hand pass into the gap, finding Matty Johnston. He kicks on the left to centre half forward. Will Farrer had a couple of grabs at it, didn't take it. Got it to Winder though. Dylan Barry gets involved here at ground level. Just tried to scoop it up with one hand and wasn't able to do so. PINT defenders scrambling desperately, and eventually they force a stalemate.
Good forward pressure. There's big bones down there again, so they're using him as a bit of a swingman at the moment.
So Dennis unopposed, one that hit out. It made at ground level, wrestling for the ball, eventually finds its way over the boundary line and will be a throw in about 10 metres around from the left-hand behind post at the airport end of the ground, which is the end that Southern Districts are kicking to in this third quarter.
We can't see out of camera, but I mean, all the players are one-on-one, virtually back outside 50. PINT aren't making any effort to push into that defensive 50 to try and strangle the play. This is a free kick going back.
Yeah, Southern District are pushing the back free kick, I think.
So they've probably got 4 or 5 players that are outside, probably standing in the centre square. They haven't pushed their way into that defensive 50 to put more pressure on, which if you look at it on the other side, they're probably going to push players a lot further down to make it a bit more of a contest. These guys are standing outside this area and having no impact on the game whatsoever. As that's a goal.
Yeah, Matt Johnston it was with the set shot, and Districts have come out blazing in this third quarter. 3 quick goals, and unfortunately for the contest, that's really blowing the scoreboard out. And yeah, PINT with lots of work to do. They in the first half they had to make the most of the chances that they had, which they did with 5 straight goals. But now that scoreboard is right out to 34 points now, and it's hard to imagine them stringing goals together.
Well, I mean, the 5 scoring opportunities they've had have been with the 3 goals that they kicked in one corner were from repeat inside 50s. So, the 2 goals that they've kicked in the first quarter were very competitive because it was a goal-for-goal program. But since then, is that they've sort of struggled to, every time they've brought it in, it's come straight back out again. District's defensive pressure has been sensational, and they've had no real impact on ball whatsoever.
Anderson gets a quick kick out into space. Rusko runs onto it, couldn't pick it up on the run as PINT looking to tidy up from the back half. The kick goes along the line from Griffin, but again, well read in defence, and District's just in the right place. Jordan Johnston this time is called to play on, gets around the player on the mark, kicks along down to half forward. Anderson has moved forward, tries to take the chest mark, probably needed the hands out in front, but he's going to win himself a free kick anyway for it's Schwartz that'll win the free kick. Pushing the back was the signal from the umpire. He switches to the fat side where Dennis has got a bit of room, spilt the mark, recovers, gets the ball again, but that one slipped out as he slung in the tackle, and he'll be penalised there. So good defensive work from Greenwood, getting back and helping the defenders. His kick just falls a bit short out there as Boyer made his way to the front, couldn't take the mark. Motlop gets bundled over the boundary line with the footy, and it'll be a throw in again.
So 3 goals 7 in the first quarter, Stu, 3 goals 1 in the second, and at the moment they're at 3 goals 3. So talk about consistency, is that they're just post-Christmas, they're just doing what they need to do, really. But it's up against the top team of the competition, which is another shot for goal.
That's gone all the way through. It's a terrific goal, and it's Winder again, who's been busy up in that forward line. He's the leading goal scorer for the match now. He's got 2 in this quarter and 3 for the game, and just another opportunist goal. But once again, just given too much space, wasn't he? There was no pressure on him at all. As
we see the throw-in is that is the quick give and go. Like they're probably standing 4 metres off him at a boundary contest, which is 4 steps, which is 3.5 steps too many, Stu. So you're going to stand there and ball watch. You go and sit in the stand.
Yeah, that's right. Unless they're backing themselves to win the stoppage, but gee, you've got to be better than that.
Yeah. Maybe that's the depth thing.
Yeah, it's a difficult week. First weekend of January, but everyone's got to play with it. As Pint now with a chance going forward, the hand pass comes across to Barry, but his kick is hooked wide. And
Why he's so disappointed with himself. He was the one that kicked it.
yeah, that's what. But he looked up and there really wasn't much for him anyway.
It was just blazing. I'm not real sure he knew which way he was going, to be honest.
But they've got themselves a stoppage inside forward 50, only about 20 metres around from their goal. So they need to organise themselves here and get hands on the footy. So Anderson again, first hands off the ruck contest and gets the clearing kick out. Out wide, some clever footwork by Doyle. Comes back inside and uses the ball nicely inside. So there's a chance for Griffin, who's got a player out on the lead, and the kick's good, and that's Spiteri out on the lead, takes the mark on the chest. So that's a better forward entry, bit of movement from the goal square, and Spiteri takes the mark.
Well, as you said, Stuart, there was some movement there. Spiteri was actually moving, wasn't sort of standing dormant or waiting for something to happen. Is that they become reactive, whereas it's been a little bit proactive here. Is that they took their time, as Spiteri does. He's kicked it high, he's kicked it to the far side though. Yeah,
across the face of goal, and their first minor score on the board for the match is forced through off the hands of the pack. And Stevie Motlop, he's been waiting for a kick in all night.
Oh, he has. He's been waiting for a kick, I think, all night. He's usually in the goal square at the other end of the ground. I wonder how he's handling this.
Kicks along around the wing. Greenwood in there got something of a hand pass forward. Ryan had the ball stripped off him. Campion's hand pass was pinched, but Winder's hand pass just gave Shannon a bit too much work to do, and the boundary line was too close.
He kept getting closer and closer. He was quite happy for it to go over it. Pretty much dead on centre wing. As the rotations all take place.
Ryan gets his hand to the ball in the ruck contest again. Good work at ground level to get the hand pass up by Griffin, but Boyer was under pressure the whole time, and it's a deliberate free kick paid as Johnston goes backwards to Motlop. Motlop switching across half back where players have made some space. Bowden, the captain, chips wider again, and the mark taken by Giddings.
It's a give and go.
Yep, Bowden kept running and now swings around the outer wing off hands. It's Pint first to the ball as the hand pass comes in. Good work by Stanley to strip his opponent of the ball and then go back and recover it. Anderson comes in now, quick kick forward. It's close to the boundary line. Rusker takes possession, gets the hand pass backwards, and Brooking with the kick inside. Dennis working at ground level now after being in the marking contest. This hand pass didn't really give his teammate too much chance there, but Winder tried to break through a couple of tacklers. The ball spilled out and he'll be penalised.
Matty Dennis was on the ground trying to pick the ball up. It's not good when the biggest bloke in the field has got to resort to playing the game on his hands and knees.
Well, he spilt the mark, so he's probably got himself to blame. Punched away from behind. In comes Narkle, got the hand pass as he's tackled to Rusker, drills a pass inside 50. It's a bit too short for Schwartz that time, as the ball's caught up under his legs, and coming in was Sandry to clear for Pint. Ball spills again, solid body contact. Ball comes out to Narkle again, and once again he delivers beautifully inside 50, this time to Jed Anderson, who just parked himself forward of the contest.
Get the tape measure out on that one, Stewie.
Yeah, pretty tight, I think. They're a bit of a lottery too, aren't they? Sometimes. I think you.
Velocity of the ball versus the distance versus the wind speed.
I think if you're in defence, you have to kick it further than if you're in attack.
And depending on whose chest it lands on.
Anderson's kick just fades away to the left, through for a behind.
He struggles to get Nichols medals votes in number 12. Out of 17, how's he going to go in number 11?
Yeah, he does a lot that goes unseen, I think. So Pint coming grandstand side this time. Ryan's lurking there, couldn't get to it, and the ball's off hands and over the boundary line.
Like a magnet, isn't he? The ball just goes to, it doesn't matter where it is, who's the opposition have got it, they're kicking it. He just reads the play so well, and he's so mobile for a big bloke. Plays footy 12 months of the year too.
So no one got a hand on that. There's a whistle. It is.
Well, he's pushed him as far out of the road as he possibly could.
Greenwood wasn't really sure it was his kick, but he'll go back and take it. It's called to play on now. Kicks long. Out in front was Hayward. Couldn't take the mark at ground level. Quick kick forward by Wilson. Gets it down towards half forward there. Motlop tidying up. Gives by hand to Brooking. Brooking chips it out wide. And he finds Sage. Sage goes short again to the outer side. And the mark taken by Bowden. Bowden just trying to get players to spread and clear. And eventually goes backwards to Motlop. Motlop goes back in the direction that it came from, out to Sage. Short again, Sage. Oh, this time the pressure was on and Pint able to tidy up. They break away down to half forward, but the kick not that well directed. Motlop got a double fist to punch it away. Good work by Griffin, got away from the tackler, kicks inside forward 50, the mark spilt. Spiteri putting the pressure on at ground level, taps it out, trying to get back himself, gets knocked to the ground, and Jordan Johnston clears away with a nicely delivered kick to Motlop at half-back.
He's got to be better than that, Stewie. That's forward pressure, nothing. Absolutely nothing. The ball was there for them to do something with, and all they did was paddle it around.
Bowden lost control of the footy, but recovers and kicks forward. So Pine again trying to work it forward, but not much on that kick, and easily tied it up by Narkle, who of course delivers to Dennis. Dennis swings around the player on the mark, ducks back in and kicks long inside 50. Ryan coming out from the goal square, got hands to it, couldn't take the mark, kicked off the ground, but across the face of goal and out of bounds on the full. So Schwartz, I think it was, and another kick off the ground, but not effective this time as Might go short to Ryan in the back pocket. That one's just picked off pretty easily by Will Farrer.
You're in defensive 50, Stewie, and you go inboard.
Got to be pretty certain of your target. So Will Farrer.
It's a coach killer, if anything I've seen one. So is that. And that. So is that.
Yes.
They might have got a point out of that, I'm thinking. They have. No, they haven't.
No, the siren was before the kick, but yeah, if Johnson wasn't so keen to get that hand pass off, he would have had a set shot after the siren. But yeah, that was a pretty disappointing quarter for Pint. Districts came out of the blocks, kicked 3 goals pretty quickly, and then another one a bit later. So just 4 goals unanswered by Pint, who managed to just add the one behind in the quarter, and the result looks to be a foregone conclusion at 3/4 time.
4 goals for Stewie, as you said, to 1 point. Winer's got 3. He was the standout of the quarter. He kicked 2. When he had the ball on a string, he was all over the place. He was at the front of the pack, the back of the pack. He was tackling, he was doing anything. Pint still got the same 5 goal scorers. I'm not really sure how many times they'd actually win inside 50 for them. but the ball didn't see that end of the ground very often, as we can't see that end of the ground at the same time as so windows are all fogged up here at TIO Stadium. You are watching AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 TIO Round 13 clash here on Larrakia country between the top two teams of the competition, Point versus Southern Districts, and it's Southern Districts with a 41-point deficit going into the last quarter. We'll be back with that last quarter shortly after this break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
Bertie?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back.
Top End footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to AFL NT's coverage of the 25-26 round 13 men's Premier League game here at TIO Stadium. Pint versus Southern Districts with a 41-point deficit here at three-quarter time to Southern Districts. 10-12-72 to 5-1-31. Stu Davis, probably not the game we expected.
No, that's right. Always a difficult one, as I said, first weekend in January, first game back, but Southern Districts have been all business, haven't they, and been impressive tonight, and will finish the round on top of the table where they suggest that they belong. They win the first hit out, and Anderson just gets a toe poke forward as Narkle in there again gets another disposal inside forward 50, punched away from behind. Schwartz at ground level, swoops on it, swings around. Gives a hand pass in between two Pint players to Rusker. Rusker on the left boot snaps. There's one for the highlight reel. That was very, very clever from Bo Schwartz there. Just a sleight of hand between two Pint defenders into the hands of Rusker, and a good finish from Rusker on his non-preferred left foot.
Shelling peas, Stewie, it was pretty easy. 3 goals, 7, 3 goals, 1, 4 goals, 4, and now they're going for that final spot.
Dylan Barry
see them
just
kick another goal.
Barry's just fumbled the ball, then picked it up, broke through a tackle like it wasn't there, and waltzed in and dribbled one through for another Southern Districts goal. So, yes, just not committed enough defensively then, Pint.
One thing we don't want to see is this blowout from a Pint perspective, unless they're willing to put the cue in the rack and say, okay, we've mucked this one up. Our pre-game wasn't the best, but there was not. That's a missed tackle. That's a shocking missed tackle. And Lee Peters, he'll see that in the replay. If the coach doesn't bring that one up, he's going to get away with it. A very dicey one.
So back in the middle again. First hands on it. Johnston gets the hand pass forward. Anderson to Shannon. Shannon to Schwartz. Schwartz wheels back around. Good defensive work that way. That time from Smith to get the smother on. And this will be a Pint free kick for incorrect. No, it won't be. It'll be a Districts free kick.
At 50.
And 50 metres.
I don't know what that was for, whether it was the throw.
I think players were probably confused about what the free kick was, but anyway.
Jacob Port would be the only one that can tell you what he paid that one for.
So Matt Shannon, who hasn't had a prolific night like we've seen him many times, but still had enough of the footy. And he's got a set shot here from the top of the goal square, basically. And has no problem, puts it through, and once again Districts have opened with 3 goals in pretty quick time.
Well, not very disciplined. Whatever the 50-metre penalty was for, we might see that on replay, but it was just the whole process, the free kick to start with, the 50-metre penalty that puts Matty Shannon inside 50, let alone 15 metres out from in front of goal. So some poor discipline there. The smother, then the free kick.
Gee, there wasn't much in that, was there?
No, there wasn't. Player's got the ball. He throws it higher than he did wide. Okay. You'll get your slide rule out to find out the process in that.
So Anderson with the clearance. Out into space on the outer side. Winder running onto it, pats it back nicely to the advantage of his teammate Brooking, who kicks inside 50, gets it over the back. It's into the goal square. They're under pressure. This ball spills forward. Rusker was right there, but lost his footing before he could get a boot to it. And Pint bring it back in quickly. And the mark taken by Boyer. Boyer switches to the near side, and mark taken by Smith. Good pass, finding short. Again, that's kicking to a contest, and Matt Dennis got his hand to it and then does the work at ground level, but his kick wasn't the best, and it's chopped off by Boyer, who kicks into the middle of the ground where Wilson takes the mark, runs off now, kicks down towards the 50, but the mark taken in defence by Jordan Johnston, and they switch to the outer side of the ground. Bowstead back to Motlop. Motlop's kick showed a bit of that to the PINT player, and that was a good mark taken by Cameron Wilson, who I'm pretty sure is captain tonight. And he's taken that mark just inside the 50. He's looking for something to give off to. Got a player in a bit of space there. Oh, getting hands to it was Pendergast, but spilt the mark, and there's a throw been paid here. So it's going to be a PINT free kick. And it'll be Pendergast who gets a second chance and will have a shot at goal.
Well, it was a bit of luck there. They tried everything they possibly could to hand that ball back to Southern Districts. They got 2 free kicks out of it.
So PINT still looking for their first goal of the second half. Pendergast has got a decent run up here.
Yeah, he's given himself an extra 30 metres there.
And
umpire does some shuffling.
Just pushed it across the face. He probably had another 5 metres or so that he could have used. But it's a behind, and Bowden will bring it back in for Southern Districts. Looking to come grandstand side here. Kicks long. Ryan in front. Bats the ball forward. Again, it's a bit of a rolling maul there. And it'll be a ball up again. Ryan with strength gets it down to Johnston. And another ball up. So we're 8 minutes gone. Final quarter. And Southern Districts just trooping on here. Kicked the only 3 goals of the quarter. Ground level. Coming in was Wilson again. Got tackled strongly to the ground as soon as he took possession of the ball. But he's battled pretty hard all night. Ball down to Matt Johnston. Oh, cleverly done by Barry. Just took it and then kicks it high into open space, looking for players to run onto it. Schwartz is out there. Looks like he's going to get there first against Smith. Tries to kick off the ground, almost missed it, and the PINT players come in to assist. As PINT clear it away out of defence. The kick just falls short, and that puts pressure on. Tackle by Bowstead. Brooking gets a hand pass to Motlop on the outside. He has a bounce.
He's having a look.
Looking for something to come to. He's got plenty of time, but his kick's not the best, and Schwartz is in real trouble there, isn't he?
He's got cramp, I reckon. It's too much Christmas cheer, too much red wine. And it's either that or gout.
Dennis kicks to Motlop again. Motlop inside 50, just jogs off now, goes the big check side kick towards goal.
No,
he has drilled it. An amazing finish from Stevie Motlop.
Well, he had to do it, Stu. He didn't. He's been in the back half all evening.
Yep.
And he pushed himself forward there, as most of them did, or they might have given him a leash, and he was going to come off, and they've said, no, back to the back pocket you go.
So
he threatened that before. He didn't know what to do with the last possession.
Yeah, that's right.
He was sort of looking, as we see in the replay here, the ball goes out wide. He points to the ground as if he's going to hold the mark, and then plays on, turns the ball on the angle, and then and has that shot from outside the virtually the light tower in the forward pocket there, Michael Long end. Screwed that one around, goal umpire straight over his hat.
Yeah, great skills. He's back in the middle. PINT with first hands on the ball now. Pendergast tries to break a tackle, has to hand pass, gets it back now, drives it forward to it, half forward. Oh, going in hard was Giddings. He got tackled hard. Ball spills out now, and Johnston, he's just worked hard all night as he does every week, gets a kick forward. Ryan coming out, tried to kick off the ground. It was smothered. Pendergast, no, it's short. It was, got tackled with the ball, hand pass it into space, but Brooking is first there for Southern Districts, gets a hand pass over the top looking for Bowstead. He gets a bit of a shove and forces the ball over the boundary line for a throw-in.
Well, it's witch's hat time, I think, out there at the moment. We've stretched that out to 55 points. 65 points, sorry. The point of virtually, they're unscrewing the cue and they're putting it back in the box. They're done.
Winder, a blind hand pass over the top. Wilson was there, got tackled, and now Pint come away again. Ball loose in the middle of the ground. Controlled and hand pass forward, but Sage was in there putting some pressure on. Pint again gets caught with the ball, didn't dispose of it properly. Motlop will take the advantage every time and kicks wide out looking for Dennis. Dennis made some space out on the outer side. He wheels around now, kicks down towards the 50. Dylan Barry just got bundled out of the way. Ball knocked away from him. Good work from Peters this time. Got the hand pass on the outside. And the mark taken, and Pint a chance to go forward again as the kick comes to Boyer.
Good Bo Schwartz down here on the boundary line, getting some action back into those calves.
So Pint have got it inside forward 50, but they've given away a free kick again, as they've done too often tonight. And it'll be Connor Giddings that'll take the free kick. He chips out wide. Stevie Motlop racking up possessions in this final quarter, just working into space. He goes short to Winder. They're just chipping it around the back half at the moment.
Would have chipped for another probably 10 minutes.
So they've worked it all the way back to the goal square basically, and Bowden, it's shown that too much of that. Here's a chance for Pint right on the boundary line. The kick comes across. They're lining up. They looked at each other basically, and Southern Districts take it away. And Motlop again, just out in space, being an option, and gets used as he usually does. Anderson has a quick kick forward, but he was off balance when he kicked. Wasn't his best option. Boyer the chance. That's a wobbling kick inside 50. Gets past a few players, but eventually it's Winder who tidies up, and there's Motlop again. Another possession.
Winder gone defensive. Somebody's pushed up, have they?
So Brooking probably just practicing some of that kill the game in the back half stuff at the end here, pushing numbers back. Was picked up by Stanley at ground level. Nicely done. Kicks long inside 50. It's pretty open here as the ball gets over the back. Dylan Barry over the back of the pack, picks up in the goal square, slams it on the boot, and gets himself another goal. His second for the quarter, second for the match. He's just come to life a little bit in this last quarter as it's opened up for him.
Well, it was, they just played possession footy, Stewie, didn't they? They hung onto it in the back half, and they just kept pushing back until they virtually suckered Pint into following the footy, and then it created an overlap. Jed was good. Jed Anderson took the ball and virtually turned on a 10-cent piece and just fed the ball forward again, and then they got an overlap. Pint were coming too far down the ground. They got an overlap, and Barry walks into an open goal. Gets to Joe Mazzia, so they're stretching this out now. It's becoming a cricket score. It's going to be a little bit ugly from a Pint program. I'm not sure where the percentages lie, but this could well cost them.
They had that draw, of course, so percentage probably only really counts against Nightcliff for them at this stage anyway. So over the top, it's Districts with the clearance again. Dennis coming out. Ball bounced out of his hands on the bounce. Eddie Johnston in there working hard at ground level. And a ball up at the 50-metre line in District's attacking area. From the hit out. Again, the Pint players weren't sure who was going to go for the ball as Barry had the ball forced out of his hands and gets penalised for incorrect disposal, and Campion will take the mark. His kick put some pressure on his teammate, but Boyer does pretty well. Tidies up the kick. It's touched off the boot and can't be kept in play for another boundary throw in.
So the percentage program has the Sleeping Giants St Mary's at 160, so Pint will drop a little bit. They're at 156 at the moment. The Districts are at 146, but there is a 6-point buffer on St Mary's, so they don't really want to make it much worse than this, put it that way.
Ryan gives to Narkle. Narkle long inside 50. All the ball over the back. At ground level, Taj Stanley got out the back of the pack, had a shot at goal, but
sort of the post.
Just was off balance as he kicked and a bit too close to the line. So Short did well to get his opponent under the ball, but then couldn't take it as it came over. He goes short, finds Truan, who we really haven't called much at all, and he's had to go back down into the back half to get another touch here. Did kick a good goal, of course. He kicks long down the wing, and this one's just picked off by Giddings, who's been solid in defence again for Southern Districts. Finds Motlop. Motlop switches to the outside with the skipper Bowden, takes the mark and now plays on, kicks long down to half forward, punched away by Pendergast. Thought it was going to reach the boundary line, but came in late and laid the tackle on Barry. Play on's a call, is just waltzing in and picking it up was Greenwood, but his kick wasn't the best. But regardless, PINT managed to keep possession and take it forward as Boyer is off and running, has a bounce, gets a kick inside forward 50. Motlop just pushed out of position there. Spiteri trying to run back with the run of the ball, but couldn't get there before it went over the boundary line.
Well, there's that. They haven't been inside their forward 50 for a while, but there's that process. Is that they just haven't had an option up forward to kick to, and even to put the ball out there in front of Spiteri then and for it to run over the boundary line. Is that their application to bring the ball inside 50 hasn't been the best tonight. It's just been like they've been doing out of defence, just dump kicking it out and just putting it into a leading player, but not actually putting it anywhere near him. As you said, Stu, you got some big scores on the board early in the season, so he's a noted goal kicker. But you've got to give it to him. You've got to get it in the right spot for him.
So Districts just working a way out of defence, and probably got to give a fair bit of credit to the Districts' defence as well. They're very well organised and get in the right positions, help each other out. So it's tough to score against.
Yeah, their defensive pressure has been sensational tonight. The likes of Giddings and the Johnson boys have been fantastic back there. Bowstead.
Yep. And Bowden, of course.
Bowden, yeah. Quiet game for him. He's normally gets on the scoreboard as well, but they're playing. And Stephen Motlop virtually playing as the seventh defender back there all night as well. So
I'll be Southern District PINT free kick for just a bit of tunnelling there, and Jet Price picks it up and he'll take the kick on the outer wing. We've just ticked past 19 minutes, heading towards time on in this final quarter. It's been a 5-goal quarter, all for Southern Districts as they share it around behind the pack there. That swooping in was Bidmaid, got the hand pass over the top, and now Districts cleared away outer side again. A couple of flyers at the ball, no one could take the mark. The ball spills to ground and another ball up.
Well, stoppage will suit Districts. They'll just reset here.
Ryan muscles his way to the front. Anderson first to the ball at ground level. Schwartz hit the deck as the kick comes in. It's well directed, and the mark taken by Hayward, who looked like a big threat early in the game, but it's been starved of opportunities really since that first quarter.
Two set shots on goal in that big second quarter, but hasn't really touched it since.
So kicking from just inside 50, it's drifting across the face. Oh, mark almost taken there by Pendergast, but just couldn't control it in the end, and it's through for a behind. Bowden brings it in again. Pendergast is right there. He chucks around him, chips it in short. Bowstead gives it back to Bowden. Sage looked like he was happy to be pushed over the boundary line then as he took possession of the ball. Another stoppage.
This is bruise-free time, Stewie. With a couple of minutes left.
Yeah, he wasn't given much resistance to the carriage over the boundary line. So Ryan again, just too strong. Takes it himself this time, kicks forward. There's no one behind these players as Districts try to get it open into space, but PINT good enough to clear it away this time. Taken by Price, who kicks into the middle of the ground, and a nice mark taken by Jai Barry. He moves the ball on quickly. Spiteri out on the lead, and another good pass inside. Spiteri takes the mark. The siren goes. It's a pretty short quarter, and Spiteri will have a kick for goal after the siren. So he's kicking around the corner here. This is it's unusual.
Oh,
I just don't understand that. You're supposed to stay on the line, aren't you? Anyway, that was allowed. The kick just floated forward, didn't score, and it's been a massive second half by Southern Districts, Paul.
it certainly has, Stewie. I mean, we were 14 points at half time after a fairly level second quarter has seen a massive blowout here of epic proportion for Districts. Is that they virtually realised what they were up to, and they got back to doing what they normally do, and have run all over the top of what is a fairly depleted looking PINT outfit after the big couple of games that they had in the draw before Christmas, which saw them take it to Nightcliff at Nightcliff. But the 71-point deficit here has really shown some class from Southern Districts, and has probably left us asking some questions in relation to how the PINT product has worked pre-Christmas as to how it's going to work after Christmas. As we know, is that the big guns that they had playing for them early in the year have gone back into the VFL program, where we probably won't see them again. It's just that the fill-up players that they've brought in haven't really done a great deal for them. So 5 goals, 3, and they had 5 goals straight at half time. So to be outscored 9 goals to 2 points in the second half is a massive turnaround. Districts sort of got their mojo together, but PINT have obviously very disappointed is that they virtually pulled up stumps and went, we're done. Yeah,
that's right. It was a disappointing second half, and they've got some rethinking to do. We all know in the NTFL there's pre-Christmas and there's post-Christmas, and Shannon Rusker and Dave Barnard and the Southern Districts crew are well aware of that, and they've sent a pretty strong message first game back after the Christmas break.
Well, they certainly have. I mean, as we spoke about, PINT had a massive pre-Christmas program. Is that they virtually went through with that draw. It was realistically their a draw and a loss, I think, that they had. So their performances have been really good. They have, as we spoke about earlier, they have recruited quite well, and they've brought in some big names that were doing the work for them. Had some massive wins over the other top of the table program, or the finalists from last year anyway, and were able to really turn last season into what was a poor season for them into a very productive season. As we see them sort of walking off hands on hips, wondering what went on. Probably the first thing that they want to do is go in there and go, okay, this is done, this is over, let's move forwards. We've got a game again next week, and take something from this. On the other hand, Districts back to their best. They made a few changes. Matty Dennis predominantly played forward. Stephen Motlop predominantly played back. Bidmaid they used as a bit of a swingman, and Narkle pushed forward as well and done a lot of work on ball. So they were able to make some internal changes in relation to what they're trying to get out of their footy. And predominantly that's the goal scorer, Motlop, going back, and the swing defender in Bidmaid going forward, as well as Narkle moving in on the ball and stuff. So they shared the love around, and what's the name, Winder was good as well with 3 goals. So
yeah, that's right. And Narkle was terrific when the game had to be won, wasn't he? He probably didn't get so much of it in the second half, but didn't have to. I thought he was terrific, and Big White Ryan in the ruck was great. I like Connor Giddings' game And I love the way Matty Johnston goes about it. Just a strong, tough midfielder, isn't he? Hard to displace.
Well, as I said, they were sort of back to their best, and also losing Taron Thomas there just before the halftime break with what seemed to be a knee injury. They were down one man and they were down a forward, but it didn't really seem to make any difference. Winder picked up where that left off. He was the only multiple goal kicker for the day.
Dylan Barry got two in the last quarter.
Two in the last quarter. So they sort of shared that around a bit, but they're back. Districts, something to be looked at. They've got Waratahs next week in what's probably going to be another really cracking game. Waratahs had the bye this week, so something to look forward to there. But at the end of the day, the 15-14 104 to 5-3-33 is a 71-point win to the Crocs here for round 13 Men's Premier League here at TIO Stadium, Larrakia country. My name is Paul Marsh. Stu Davis was with me tonight for what is the top of the table clash. Has turned out to be a bit of a fizzer. Stu, we've got round 13 continues tomorrow. Wanderers and Palmerston and Nightcliff and Darwin Buffaloes. So watch some more NTFL footy through the NT News and Community TV network. You can join us tomorrow. Thanks very much. Have a good night.